I would like now to give the floor to the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Trade Promotion of Malta. Excellency, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As this ministerial meeting takes stock of the OSCE's efforts during the course of the past year, I am honored in my first participation at such a meeting to express my gratitude to the Austrian chair in office for its enduring commitment to steer the OSCE forward. The OSCE remains an overarching platform for dialogue encompassing nearly all the Northern Hemisphere of the globe. However, as we have witnessed time and again, while the OSCE is able to bring together 57 participating states and 11 partners for cooperation, this vast number of participants immediately uncovers the delicate balance that exists within the organization, serving as an important reminder of the need to strengthen dialogue and trust among ourselves. Common challenges present ideal scenarios that unite participating states in their concerted effort to stem out conflict and security issues. Our common security issue, which despite our efforts has continued to send shockwaves throughout the region, is terrorism. Protracted conflicts within the OSCE and the adjacent regions undermine the security structure of our continent, creating divisions among us and sowing mistrust. This is a source of concern. The conflict in and around Ukraine should continue to push the OSCE to provide even more opportunities for further engagement and dialogue between participating states, lest we become faced with another frozen conflict. In this context, kindly allow me once again to commend the contributions of the Austrian chairmanship in this field, especially through the setting up of an informal working group on structured dialogue, underlining in particular the salient discussions carried out on arms control. We should also progressively support the effort of the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission in Ukraine. The past year has been a harsh challenge, and every effort should be made to ensure a high level of security for the mission to pursue its work. Excellencies, Malta had always firmly advocated for the inclusion of the Mediterranean region in our discussions, recognizing the OSCE as a reminder of the Euro-Mediterranean security dimension. There can be no security in Europe without security in the Mediterranean. Despite various commendable initiatives within the Mediterranean Contact Group, I would like to remind that through the Mediterranean chapter of the Helsinki Final Act, the OSCE was given the mandate to go beyond the Mediterranean Partners for Cooperation and to consider the Euro-Mediterranean security region as a whole. The Astana Declaration also further solidifies the role of the Euro-Mediterranean dimension alongside other OSCE dimensions. Therefore, it is within this framework that Malta will continue to call for the appointment of an OSCE Special Representative for the Mediterranean to preempt and address the various security threats emerging from the Mediterranean region to ensure that what we all together agreed in Helsinki and in Astana is translated into action in its most tangible form. This proposal rests on our conviction that the OSCE security dimension should be focused on a unified region. Diverse security threats affect all participating states as well as our Mediterranean partners. Building confidence and commitment towards regional security is the way forward. Indeed, this could prove to be the spark to retract the current wave of skepticism, which is clearly perceivable across the entire OSCE spectrum. I am convinced that participating states will look beyond their individual interests to take into account the common security threats of the whole OSCE region. On these lines, I sincerely regret that despite tangible efforts, the OSCE participating states are still not bound by a concise and common agreement on addressing illegal migration. Allow me to underscore that from this perspective, engaging with the Mediterranean partners even more proactively is imperative. In the same breath, I would like to commend the efforts of the Italian chair of the Mediterranean Contact Group in bringing migration to our table this October at the OSCE Mediterranean Conference. Before concluding, I would like to refer to the 20th anniversary of the adoption of the mandate of the OSCE representative on freedom of the media. Malta proactively supports this mandate, and we shall continue to work closely with the representative, who recently noted the sharp increase in cases of intimidation and harassment of female journalists. In over 90% of cases of violence against journalists in the OSCE region, the perpetrators and masterminds have yet to be brought to justice. Following the assassination of the Maltese blogger Ms. Daphne Caruana Galizia, the government of Malta had stated its commitment to leave no stone unturned in the effort to solve the case of this gruesome killing. I am pleased to inform that 10 people were arrested last Monday in connection with the case, and on Tuesday, 3 were charged in court with the murder. Finally, while once again I express my gratitude to the excellent and valuable work carried out by the Austrian chairmanship, I am honored to extend my full support to Italy and to my friend Angelino as the incoming OSCE chair in office. I also wish to augur Slovakia as the new year ushers its tenure as chair of the Mediterranean Contact Group, assuring of our commitment and efforts to the Euro-Mediterranean dimension and to the OSCE. Thank you.